Second, it is I, Arth Blood, the girl next door. Hello, my speckons, it's I, Arth Blood, the girl next door, your favorite ghoul fiend. And today would be day 7 of my 13 Days of Halloween 2025. I don't know if you just heard that or not, but my phone is making noises in the other room. Okay. Alright, so I said yesterday I'd have a couple episodes where there's no movie reviews. This is one of those days. I had something else planned for today, but plans did not work out as they were supposed to. So this is plan B. Not a movie review. Alright. I'm a big fan of collecting cookbooks, and I happen to have, in the past year and a half, gotten my hands on 4 spooky Halloween style, horror style cookbooks. So I want to show you some of them. So the first one, it's not strictly a cookbook, it's half cookbook, half lifestyle book, like how to entertain and crafts and things like that. And that would be Gothic Life. I'm going to butcher his first name, so I'm just going to say his last name, Voltaire. And some of you might have seen some of his videos. He does, he's Lair Voltaire, and he does the Gothic homemaking. Well, this is the book based on that. Let's see. I don't know how much of the photos I can actually show because of copyright, but I can tell you some of the. I'm sure I can show a photo. For instance, chapter 1. Oh, that's just like discovering your goth style. So that would come under the lifestyle portion. Shopping during the Halloween season for all year round decor. I'm looking for the recipes. The recipes are under Summerween, Halloween, and Creepy Christmas. So let's see if I can find one of those chapters. And he's got crafts for like mummified vampire bat taxidermy, a coffin-shaped serving tray, how to make an ancient deed for your Gothic lair, vampire hand taxidermied, that kind of thing. Nothing I don't think I could ever attempt. Okay, come on, the food's gotta be here somewhere. Bloodberry punch. This is one of the recipes. He has a recipe for a couple of drinks, more than a couple of drink recipes. Roasted skeleton hand using parsnips. Roasted parsnips is basically what it is. Oh. He has a couple of recipes in here for using petrified bugs. Uh-huh. Cricket salad using real crickets. The deviled eggs with scorpions on them. Ooh, tasty. So, this is it's an interesting read. It's an interesting book I don't see myself doing any of the recipes anytime soon. But, okay, moving on. Got them stashed over here beside me, and even then I'm having a hard time getting at them. Okay. So this one, I did not realize came in 2 parts. Here is the main courses, the cookbook part. Yeah, I'm air quoting and you can't see the cookbook part, and the desserts baking part. Unfortunately, I only picked up the one, not realizing there's 2. So the one I have is The Nightmare Before Christmas Baking Book. You can see some of the recipes on the back there. So this one, you have categories of baking. So there's cupcakes, pies, cookies, cakes, and the cakes are divided into sheet cakes and specialty cakes. So you got your basic cupcakes like the piped jack-o'-lantern cupcakes and the white spider jam cupcakes. Then there's under the pies you got things such as Pumpkin King pumpkin pie, Face of Evil lemon meringue pie. There's a gingerbread house under this category too. Zero the Dog's gingerbread house. Under cookies, let's see, where toasted hazelnut bat bars, Sally's patchwork cookie hearts, sheet cakes, vampire coffin blackberry cake, one hiding under your bed brownie cake. That sounds interesting. The showstopper cakes, black hat banana cake, vampire teddy black forest cake. So I wonder, and there's art in here like here, like you see, there's some pictures in here of the characters and Dr. Finkelstein's Charlotte Royal brain cake. I haven't tried anything yet from any of the books I'm about to show you. Ooh, a donut. That's interesting. I don't think my skill level is that good enough. Maybe be able to get a thing of cupcakes done, but I don't know. If you guys watched my 4-hour video, which was my 2020 entire season of 13 Days of Hallowe'en that used to be on my Facebook page, you might have seen the coffin cake I made. That tells you my skill level, which is bare minimum. So here's what that Pumpkin King pumpkin pie seems like. It's a interesting book. Okay. Oh, and this one, the official Hocus Pocus, I was 70 recipes. Okay, so this one came with a cute little bookmark. I'm surprised the other one didn't. So the kind of things, what do we have in here? I have flipped through these books. I've had them for a year and a half, but I haven't cooked or baked anything from them yet. Like I said, I like to collect cookbooks, but when it comes to actually using them, I have my Joy of Cooking and I have my Newfoundland cookbook, and those are the 2 I go to the most. But now when it comes to this one, when it comes to the Hocus Pocus, I've actually seen some other YouTubers making the recipes from this, so I know how intense some of these recipes are. My skill level, well, let's just say I will never, never be on any of those Halloween bake shows. Any of them. And there's 7 or 8 of them now? So you have the American ones, you have the Canadian ones, and I'm sure there's, So this is broken up into appetizers, main dishes, desserts, and drinks. So, sorry. Such things under the appetizers as All Hallows Eve Feast Grazing Board, Pan Hag, No Witches Here Pumpkin Butter. Those are just a few. Main dishes, things like Mummy Scorpion Pie, Green Mummy Roll-Up, Rat Loaf. Things under the dessert, Broomstick and Other Transport Treats. I have no idea what exactly that is. Maybe we'll take a look at that in a second. Witch's Cookie Pop, Puffed Rice Potion Bottles. Under the drinks, we have I Put a Spell on You Brew, Love Potion Witch's Drink, Mary's Magical Elixir. So, what did I just say? The Broomstick and Other Transport Treats. Page 105. Let's look at page 105. And again, just like the Nightmare Before Christmas baking cookbook, this one also has some character drawings in it. Okay. So this is a cake. I think this is the photo that goes with it. Can't see anything. So it looks like chocolate dipped pretzels. Yeah, they're chocolate dipped pretzels. So you mold the chocolate into the brooms or the vacuum. Okay, and now this one has a backstory to it. I will show it to you as I drop everything. This one just came out as I'm taping this. This has only been out for about a month. And it's Elvira's Cookbook from Hell. And before we look at it, in 2015, for those of you who've been following me for any length of time, you might know or remember that for about 6-7 years, on my old written blog, Coffee and Casseroles, one of the main things that I used to do was make recipes inspired by movies. And in 2015, for my 13 Days of Halloween that year, I did 3, where's the camera? I did 3 recipes based on the movie Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I made my no-bake cheesecake inspired by the scene where they are at the potluck, and one of the potluck visitors, what's the word I'm looking for? one of the church ladies makes her tack pie. So I made a no-bake cheesecake that kind of looked like it. Then I made a giant cheese ball inspired by the scene at the beginning of the movie where Elvira tells her manager, "I'm never going to work with that sleazeball again. I'll just have to find another sleazeball." And of course, I made my version of the Adraka casserole. And what I made was a taco casserole. So in the movie, she's looking through what she thinks is a cookbook, and it's actually her aunt's spell book. And she comes across a recipe called Adraka casserole, thinking that it's a casserole. And she makes it, and there's a dinner demon in the pot. So when I found out this past year, I think I heard back in like February or March when she first announced the cookbook, that she was doing this cookbook, I went just salivating for the chance to get this. It only came out at the end of September, so there was, a good 6 months between her announcing it, it might have even been earlier than that, of her announcing it and it being released. Sorry. Sorry about that. So I was like, well, considering I've done my version of these, I'd like to see what she has in here. I was the first person at my bookstore the day of release because I found out my bookstore was only getting 2 copies. And I don't like to order online, so I don't like to pre-order, I don't like to order online or anything like that. So I got to the bookstore before they opened, like a good half hour before they opened, and stood waiting in line to be able to get my copy. Here's some of it's just gorgeous, the photos in this book. In this, now, again, this is kind of like the first one I showed you, like the Gothic life. It's not a complete cookbook. It's mostly a cookbook, but there are personal antidotes, and she has some tips and tricks on how to entertain for a Halloween party type of thing. Oh, here's one of the recipes. Sausage guts. Supposed to look like a snake. Swamp monster fajita. And, it goes on and on. She's quite a few photos of her, and there are some drawings. I can talk, really, I swear. I saw one of the dinner demon from the Adraka casserole, and I wanted the artwork in here is just amazing. Of course, whenever you're looking for something, you never find it. Oh, she's got wedding cakes in here. Like for Gothic weddings. Okay, I can't find the photo. Alright, so I haven't tried any of the recipes in any of these yet, but at some point in the near future I will. I'll maybe do one from each on different days. I'll have to sit down and take a look at the recipes and see what I can turn into vegan and vegetarian. Well, I'm vegetarian, so what I can turn into a vegetarian, because most of these are very, very meat heavy. And the desserts, a lot of the desserts call for gelatin, and gelatin is not vegetarian friendly. Gelatin is made from cows. So marshmallows come from gelatin, so this is why I haven't made anything from here yet, because it's not just a case of opening the book, picking a recipe, and going and getting the groceries. It's sitting there kind of doing, okay, here's the recipe, how can I fix it to be vegetarian friendly? How can I make it work for me? And then going and getting all the groceries. So it actually takes a little bit of homework. I guess that'll be it for now. This has actually been longer than I thought it would be. And I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video. I promise I will do something tomorrow that is not a movie review. I know this was not a movie review today, but technically it was a review. Well, it was showing you part of my collection, so if you want to call it a haul, maybe you can call it a haul. But anyway, between now and the end of Halloween, I will be back every single day with a video. I'm doing one video a day till after Halloween. So until tomorrow's video, creeping screams!